We are a 157-year-old organization, and we say we are a 157-year-old startup. We employ over 50,000 people across the continent, and more importantly, the strategic and the visionary leadership of this organization created a pathway where today we are represented in more than 20 countries on the African continent. And that lends itself very strongly to our purpose as an organization, which talks about improving lives and fulfilling aspirations across Africa.
It's actually quite amazing to observe that some of the key traits that have propelled this organization forward haven't really changed at the core. If you look at the astuteness of the leadership and foresight that the then leadership had, if you fast track to 2019, we still have those key traits as part of our DNA.
Our vision is to be the leading financial services organization in, for, and across Africa, providing exceptional client experience and superior value. Our organization is led by the esteemed Sim Shabalala, who has won CEO of the Decade in 2019, and that gives us a great amount of respect and confidence that we have a leadership team in this organization that can guide and propel this organization to great heights.
I think to add on to what Imran has just highlighted, I think that leadership extends beyond just our CEO, and I think you see it at all levels of management, coming right down to our own provincial level where we being led by Imran, where there is that commitment to, I suppose, to drive serving leadership, which is really leading from the back effectively and spurring your people on.
And I think also getting our hands dirty, we with our people in the trenches, we remaining relevant to some of the challenges that they face. We share in their successes.
And I think that's quite exemplary for an organization as big as ours, where you see the level of empowerment and accountability that rests with the leadership to drive our business forward.
We have a responsibility to grow internal talent.
When hiring new people and the competencies that we look at now, we really need people to demonstrate characteristics of being absolute change agents, being able to demonstrate agility and also resilience.
If you look at our social, economic and environmental impact, every one of us are involved in some form of activity that has a profound impact in terms of the societies in which we live in. It has an impact in terms of how we show up, and we see ourselves as brand ambassadors irrespective of the role that we are there to fulfill in the organization.
And I think for me what stands out for our current people, whatever change happens, and there's always so much change that we're having to face and adapt to, they just embrace the change. And for KZN, I think it's part of our culture.
Standard Bank is pioneering. Standard Bank is progressive. Standard Bank is unlocking Africa's potential.
I believe our customers trust us because we've been there. We've been the bank that's been along the journey, and we've been able to remain relevant in the markets, in the local markets that we operate in. So for me, that's our competitive edge really as a business. The fact that we've actually got that loyalty where compared to all the other disruptors or entrants in the market, we've got a proven track record.
If you look at our purpose, Africa is a home we drive our growth. It's key to that we operate in 22 odd countries in Africa. So we're able to link customers up anywhere in the continent, no matter where they are.
They believe that we are the bank that's there for the long haul. And so being the largest bank, African bank by assets, I suppose our biggest deliverable in this space is to be the bank that leads all Africans into their journeys, the bank that inspires them, and the bank that helps them to reach their goals and their dreams. And I believe we're living that today.
Standard Bank has been honored with over 100 coveted industry awards in 2018. Whilst we are incredibly proud of this, we first to admit that we didn't go it alone. We've got the benefit of this through our employees and our customers.
And I think if you had to add the construct of the value drivers of this great organization, the value drivers is understood and permeates the entire organization. The three value drivers that is closely aligned to the vision talks about digitization and the fourth industrial revolution. If one reflects on the digital revolution, there's a proud moment in our history that Standard Bank was the first commercial bank to bring in the ATM, and more recently where we launched the Shift app, which is one of the most innovative tools for Standard Bank customers to transact in multi-currency and transfer funds using the Shift app. So it's a clear demonstration that our journey in terms of digitization, our journey in terms of adapting to the fourth industrial revolution continues unabated. The other value driver talks about how do we build a universal financial services organization. And then the last part of the value drivers talks about customer obsession and putting the customer at the center of everything we do. Everybody is glued behind a common purpose to achieve a common goal. So we're quite excited that the strategy and the purpose and the value drivers is well understood so that we can achieve success and consistency as we move this great organization into the 21st century.
For me, the one word would be purpose. Purpose for me is a beacon of hope, a beacon of light that helps me to actually navigate the seas of difficulties and discouragement.
Would probably be commitment. The commitment to see things over and to really say this is where we want to take the bank, and be committed to actually putting everything that you've got and backing it 100% to say I can do it.
For me, it's opportunity. I think that, every day there's an opportunity waiting to happen. There's an opportunity to learn.
I think the one word for me is courage. The courage to venture into the unknown, the courage to believe in yourself that you can actually walk the journey, and the courage to trust that you will deliver and succeed.
We at Standard Bank are here to enable our customers to grow by making courageous decisions. Our bank is local, and what motivates me is empowerment and the ability to make decisions at the point of engagement with the customer. We are good to go.